I'm so glad Destiny called her out. And so who are they trying to text? Remember, this is a person thinking they're texting my ex's baby's mother. That's who they think they're texting.
This is what Melody is accusing a person on her cast. Because I don't believe she even said the person. No. She didn't say the person's name, but she did show video footage. Which is so funny to me that she showed the video footage that we've been talking about when we were talking about Stormi and her lawsuit with Kyle. And I told you, I remember seeing her post this video of her getting in the Tesla truck. And
y'all, my damn jaw was on the floor. Like, what the like, it's the fact that he got my dream truck less than a month after I said I loved it. Like, how you even do that? Like, it's a Tesla Cybertruck. Like, what the
But Melody has been very active on her social media, specifically her TikTok and IG lives. And this time, she's alleging that possibly one of her castmates, Stormi Steele, what's up, might be or might have always had a friendship with her ex's baby's mama, also aka Coleslaw, aka the other woman, aka Ariane Curry.
What do you do when your ride or die turns into your biggest backstabber? Baby, Melody Shari just shook the whole internet with some spicy tea about Stormi Steele. And trust me, this drama is messier than we thought. Melody hit up TikTok like a woman on a mission, dropping some cryptic texts and voice notes that had folks clutching their pearls. She flat out put Stormi in the hot seat, accusing her of being a full-on traitor. Let's break down this wild saga that's got everybody buzzing and see how this so-called friendship turned into an all-out war.
Presenting her proof on social media, saying that allegedly this person was texting Ariane, thinking that they're texting Ariane, but it was a phone that Ariane used to have that Martell gave to his son.
Melody Shari and Stormi Steele had us all fooled, looking like the ultimate reality TV power duo. Stormi came on to Love and Marriage, Huntsville as the new girl with boss moves and good vibes, and folks thought she was exactly what Melody needed. From day one, the two clicked, vibing over their hustle and shared life experiences. Fans quickly crowned Stormi as Melody's ride or die, especially during Melody's messy split from Martell Holt. And, whew, if you watched, you know that breakup was nothing short of a whole circus, thanks to Martell's scandalous fling with Ariane Curry becoming a headline drama. While Melody dealt with heartbreak, custody battles, and the nosy public's eyes, Stormi came through like a real one, or so it seemed. She wasn't just there to listen. Sis stepped up in a way that felt genuine. Until now. Stormi wasn't shy about hyping up Melody's strength, always showering her with props for holding it down despite all the chaos. She seemed like one of the few real ones in Melody's corner, especially with so many fractured friendships on the cast. Fans truly thought she was the one friend Melody could trust in a house full of snakes. But honey, in the world of reality TV, loyalty lasts about as long as an Instagram story. This friendship was about to be rocked by a tsunami of mess. The first crack? Some shady text messages that Melody stumbled across on an old phone her son used to play with. The kicker? These messages weren't meant for Melody. They were aimed at Ariane Curry, the infamous other woman in Martell's cheating scandal. The texts spilled tea about a recent episode of Love and Marriage, Huntsville, with lines like, "Girl, my jaw's on the floor from last night," but the real shade came when they started dragging Melody. That's when Sis realized someone thought they were spilling the gossip to Ariane herself. Melody decided to put her acting chops to work, pretending to be Ariane in the most epic catfish move ever. Sis kept the convo going, pulling receipts left and right without letting the sender catch on to her real identity. During their little back and forth, the sender got real bold, throwing shade at Melody, accusing her of trying to school Ariane on respectful cheating, and even co-signing Destiny Patton's messy claims against her. But then came the smoking gun. The phone number had a Mississippi area code. Now, if you've been keeping up, you know Stormi's from Mississippi. That's when the puzzle pieces started snapping together for Melody. Not one to leave it at just a hunch, she went full detective. She compared the text with old messages she'd gotten from Stormi, and the vibes were way too similar to ignore. But the gag? Melody didn't stop there. She called the number, recorded the call, and baby the voice on the other end sounded a lot like Stormi. Who, girl, the betrayal? Fans were shocked when Melody hit them with a side-by-side comparison of the recorded voice and Stormi's voice from one of her Instagram stories. And honey, it wasn't just similar, it was identical. But this tea wasn't just about mixing up identities. Melody came through with receipts that had folks gagging. She dropped even more details, including past texts from Stormi that started with the exact same casual opening phrase as the shady messages. Coincidence? Melody wasn't buying it. For her, the linguistic breadcrumbs were basically a smoking gun. And if that wasn't enough to stir the pot, Stormi's public denial about ever being connected to Ariane Curry made everything even messier. Sis was out here saying, I don't know that woman, but Melody's evidence was painting a whole different picture. Whew, the audacity. Throughout the show, Stormi always played it cool, swearing up and down that she wasn't tight with Arian, keeping herself far from the mess. But Melody's receipts told a whole different story, leaving fans side-eyeing Stormi like, sis, what's the truth? The shady texts, combined with Stormi's quiet act during some of Melody's biggest battles, started to paint an ugly picture. And let's not forget, fans began digging up old moments where Stormi stayed neutral or worse, brushed off the drama entirely when Melody needed someone in her corner. For Melody, it all started to feel like a pattern, a slow buildup of betrayals that she couldn't ignore anymore. The puzzle pieces were finally fitting together, but the image they revealed, a trusted friend crossing a line that should have never been crossed. Whew, say it ain't so.
This is what Melody is accusing a person on her cast. Because I don't believe she even said the person. No. She didn't say the person's name, but she did show video footage, which is so funny to me that she showed the video footage that we've been talking about when we were talking about Stormi and her lawsuit with Kyle. And I told you, I remember seeing her post this video of her getting in the Tesla truck. And
y'all, my damn jaw was on the floor. Like, what the like, it's the fact that he got my dream truck less than a month after I said I loved it. Like, how you even do that? Like, it's a Tesla Cybertruck. Like, what the
Melody kept her tone cool and collected. But baby, her message was loud and clear. This betrayal wasn't about to go unnoticed. Fans rallied behind her in droves, applauding her for handling the mess with class while still having the guts to spill the tea. Many felt for her, especially with the heavy burden of her ongoing custody battle. But not everyone was convinced. Some questioned the strength of her receipts, calling her claims circumstantial and noting that Stormi hadn't directly clapped back at the accusations yet. One thing, though, was crystal clear. Melody was done being quiet. Her TikToks not only put the spotlight on the cracks in her friendship with Stormi, but also sent a clear message she's not here for disrespect, no matter who it's coming from, period. Meanwhile, Stormi stayed mum, refusing to address the drama head-on. Her silence was deafening and had fans in a frenzy, questioning what it really meant. Was she keeping quiet because she had something to hide? Or was she trying to play it classy, avoiding the messy public showdown?
I'm so glad Destiny called her out. And so who are they trying to test? Remember, this is a person thinking they're testing my ex's baby's mother. That's who they think they're texting.
For some viewers, her lack of response felt like confirmation that Melody's tea was legit. Others, though, thought maybe Stormi was just above the chaos, choosing not to add fuel to the fire. But her supporters weren't having it. They flooded her comments, begging her to speak up, claiming her silence was leaving the door wide open for assumptions and negativity to take over. Girl, say something. Meanwhile, Melody's fans were side-eyeing Stormi's silence like, oh, so you're just not gonna say anything? To them, the quiet wasn't just awkward, it was proof that Stormi had something to hide. For Melody Shari, this whole situation has been a heavy load to carry. On top of navigating the heartbreak and chaos of her very public divorce from Martell Holt, which brought all kinds of media shade and emotional exhaustion, she's also been battling an intense custody fight for her kids. Sis had a lot on her plate already, but then to get hit with a betrayal from someone she trusted deeply, that was a punch Melody never saw coming. Losing a friend like Stormi, who had been there for her in some of her darkest moments, made the whole thing feel even worse. Trust, once shattered, is hard to rebuild, and Melody has been vocal about how much it hurt to realize someone she considered a true ally could turn around and act in ways that felt straight up disloyal. It wasn't just the shady texts or cryptic posts, it was the loss of that sense of safety and support she once had. Through it all, though, Melody kept showing her strength, standing tall in the face of it all. Queen energy. While this whole mess has definitely taken a mental toll on Melody, she's not letting it break her. Instead of letting the drama define her, she's doubled down on her resilience, setting clear boundaries, telling her truth, and focusing on her own growth. This entire saga between Melody and Stormi is a serious wake-up call about how blurry the lines can get in the world of reality TV. Friendships on screen might seem all fun and games, but they come with real emotions, real stakes, and real consequences. For Melody and Stormi, what started as a strong, supportive bond on Love and Marriage, Huntsville has now become a full-blown public fallout. Fans are left wondering how much of their friendship was real, and how much was just the pressure of reality TV messing with their heads. Girl, this is a whole movie. Viewers love to think they're entitled to every detail of a reality star's life, but the emotional cost of living out loud on screen is rarely talked about. For Melody, airing out her feelings and calling out betrayals might feel like a way to get things off her chest, but it also opens her up to a whole lot of vulnerability. The same goes for Stormi, whose silence has only fueled more speculation and gossip. As one fan put it, silence speaks louder than words, and that's been the case here. You can tell Melody is hurt, but she's doing her best to stay classy. Stormi needs to step up and explain her side if she's innocent. Another chimed in with reality TV friendships always fall apart because they blend personal relationships with public drama. It's sad to see. These perspectives highlight the double-edged sword of reality TV. So what do y'all think? Will Stormi finally break her silence and address these serious accusations, or will she keep quiet and let the rumors run wild? And even if she does speak up, is there any chance of mending her friendship with Melody after all this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated on this and all the juiciest celebrity tea. You know I'll be back with more.